Please get ready for a dictation of an essay on girl education. 5 seconds. Start. Education is an essential part of a living being, whether it is a boy or a girl. Education helps an individual to be smarter, to learn new things, and to know about the facts of the world. It plays one of the most important roles in women empowerment. It also helps to put a stop on discrimination based on gender. Education is the first step to give women the power to choose the way of life she wants to lead. Education helps women to be more productive in her work. A knowledgeable woman has the skills, information, talent, and self-confidence that she requires to be a superior mother, employee, and resident. Women constitute almost half the population of our country. Men and women are like two sides of the coin and need identical opportunity to contribute to the country's development. One cannot survive without the other. Women education is essential for the appropriate social and economic development of the country. Both men and women run parallel like two wheels in every society. Hence, both are significant components of growth and development in the country. Thus, both require equal opportunity when it comes to education. Girl education in India is largely essential for the growth of the nation because girls can do most of the things better than the boys. Nowadays, girl education is necessary and is also compulsory because girls are the future of the country. In India, girls' education is necessary as to develop socially and economically. Educated women yield a positive impact on Indian society through their contribution in professional fields like medical, defense services, science and technology. They do good business and are also well versed in handling their home and office. An improved economy and society are the outcome of girls' education. Educated women can also help in controlling the population of the country by marrying at the right or later age in comparison to the uneducated women. Women education in early Indian society was quite good, but in the Middle Age, it was not because of numerous limitations towards women. However, again, it is getting improved and better day by day as people in India have understood the fact that without the growth and development of women, the growth of the country is not possible. It is very true that equivalent expansion of both sexes will boost the economic and social growth in every area of the country. Girl education was never considered necessary in the previous time. But over the period of time, people have realized the importance of a girl's education. It is now considered as the awakening of girls in the modern era. Women are now competing with men in all the spheres of life. But still, there are people who oppose girls' education because they believe that a girl's sphere is at home, and also they think that it is wastage of money to spend on a girl's education. This thought is wrong, as girl education can bring an uprising in the culture. Girl education in India is required for the future of the country, as women are the primary teachers of their kids, who are the future of the nation. Uneducated women cannot dynamically contribute in managing the family and take proper care of the children, and thus result in a weak future generation. There are numerous advantages of girl education. There are a lot of advantages involved in the education of girls. A well-educated and grown-up girl can play an important role in the development of the country. An educated girl can share the load and burden of the men in different fields. A well-educated girl, if not forced to marry in her early age, can serve as a writer, teacher, advocate, doctor, and scientist. She can perform very well in other important fields too. Education is a boon for girls in this age of economic crisis. In today's time, it is really difficult to meet both the ends in a middle class family. After the marriage, an educated girl can work and help her husband in bearing the expenses of the family. She can also earn if, in case, her husband expires and there is no helping hand in the family. Education also broadens the thought of the women, thus it helps in the good upbringing of her children. It also gives her the freedom of thought to decide what best is there for her and the family. Education helps a girl become economically independent while she knows her rights, and women empowerment, which helps her to fight against the problem of gender inequality. There are three major roles which are performed by the women in her course of life: a daughter, a wife, and a mother. Except for these significant duties, they have to establish themselves as good citizens of a nation. Hence, it is essential to give women a diverse kind of education from the one given to the boys. Their learning should be in such a way that it should enable them to do their duties in an appropriate way. By education, they become fully mature in all the fields of life. An educated woman is well aware of her duties and rights. She can contribute to the development of the country in the same way as men do. The upliftment of girl education was mainly done by Raja Ram Mohan Rai and Iswara Chandra Vidyasagar during the British rule in India. They paid attention towards women education. Also, there were some leaders like Jyotiba Phule and Baba Sahib Ambedkar from lower caste community who took various initiatives to make education available to the women of India. It was with their efforts that after the independence, the government also adopted various measures to provide education to women. As a result, the women's literacy rate has grown up since 1947. Despite the fact that many more women are getting educated and women being literate nowadays, there is still a gap between the literacy rate of men and women. If we look closer towards the women literacy rate, the situation looks very discouraging. According to a survey, only 60% of girls receive primary education, and further, it lowers down drastically to 6% when it comes to high secondary education. Stop.